as the saying goes, the stone builder initially rejected ended up becoming the headstone, and Yuta Watanabe can relate to that. Unexpectedly, the Brooklyn Nets discovered their gem-in-the-rough player, and the guy is quickly developing into one of the league's best shooters. Yuta Watanabe, and who is he? Yuta Watanabe, a Japanese professional basketball player for the Brooklyn Nets of the National Basketball Association, was born on October 13, 1994. He played college hoops in the United States for the George Washington Colonials, becoming the first Japanese-born student-athlete to secure an NCAA Division I basketball scholarship. In 2018, he received the Atlantic 10 Defensive Player of the Year award. At the 2013 East Asia Basketball Championship, he played for the Japan national team, helping them earn the bronze medal. Watanabe began his professional career by playing for the Brooklyn Nets in the 2018 NBA Summer League after going undrafted in the 2018 draft. After that, he signed a two-way contract with the Memphis Grizzlies. On October 27, 2018, Watanabe made his NBA debut, becoming the second Japanese player to play in the NBA after Yuta Tabuse, who made his debut with the Phoenix Suns in 2004. He came off the bench and finished with 2 points and 2 boards in a 117-96 win over the Phoenix Suns. Watanabe received the Western Conference Mid-Season All-NBA G League honor in 2020 for a solid cause. In the G League, Watanabe started all 22 games and recorded averages of 17.2 points per game, 6 rebounds, 1.9 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block, while shooting 54.6% from the field and 36.4% from the three-point range in 32.7 minutes per game. Now, enough of the background check on this guy. Let's get into why Yuta Watanabe became NBA's best shooter. Well, it's as simple as this. Yuta keeps his thing on him. The 28-year-old lefty out of George Washington currently leads the entire NBA in three-point accuracy with a 57.1%. After the Brooklyn Nets were humiliated by the Boston Celtics in the first round of the previous season, general manager Sean Marks said he wants the team's culture to be driven by players with a chip on their shoulder. Then enter Yuta Watanabe, the Nets' diamond in the rough. Kevin Durant was once jokingly asked who he would choose in a three-point shootout, Yuta or Steph Curry. For me, he said, Steph is God, but Yuta is nailing them right now. Watanabe's recent run has made him the best three-point shooter in the NBA right now. So far this season, he's 24 for 42, which translates into a sensational 57.1% from behind the arc. And from the corner, he's especially deadly, 87.5% from the left and 69.2% from the right. He's playing great, said Durant of Watanabe. We love this energy. He's hitting big shots for us, so you always get excited for your teammates, especially guys who come in and don't necessarily have a guaranteed spot on the team, but they work their way into the rotation and put their imprint on the game from day one. Watanabe's hard work has finally paid off this year. He's playing a phenomenal game, and I think we should expect that he'll get out there and play good basketball. I'm not saying he's going to make every shot and shoot 70% from the floor for the rest of the year, but he's just playing solid ball on both ends of the floor. But we kind of expect that from him now. It's staggering that on a team with Kevin Durant, Seth Curry, and Joe Harris, it would be Watanabe who stands out early. Curry and Harris rank among the top 6 most accurate shooters in NBA history, while Durant is perhaps the most skilled scorer ever. So how on earth is this happening? Well, let's take a closer look into one of the most surprising stories so far this season. To understand how he's doing this requires going beyond the basics to look at Yuta Watanabe's shooting stats. Earlier this season, SN's Steph Noah explained how Watanabe is statistically one of the NBA's most unselfish players. And that unselfishness is paving the way for Watanabe's shooting. The Nets wing came into Sunday leading the NBA in three-point shooting at 56%. He once again shot the lights out on the Barclays Center hardwood, going 4 for 6 from behind the arc in Brooklyn's 127-115 victory over the depleted Memphis Grizzlies. All of his 4 triples came in the fourth quarter against his former team, and when Watanabe checked out of the contest, he was walking to the bench to a standing ovation and countless smiles from his teammates and coaching staff. Just 3 days after scoring 20 and hitting a career-high 5 threes, Watanabe once again played one of the best games of his career on Sunday against the Grizzlies, scoring 16 points on 6 of 9 shooting from the field. And from the moment he checked in, Watanabe completely changed the energy for the Nets. He also continued his hot three-point shooting to open the year, hitting 4 from 6 from deep to raise his season percentage to a sizzling 57.1. And the Japanese forward's success comes after the Nets signed him to a non-guaranteed minimum contract. He's quickly become a major contributor for the Nets and has topped some of the league's best early in the year with his shooting. And the Nets reserve embraces his role, stays within his limitations, and gladly takes what the defense gives him. Not only has Watanabe not taken a single pull-up three this season, he hasn't even dribbled a single time before any of his attempts from beyond the arc. Not one dribble. Not one. Just as he should be, Watanabe is feasting on open looks generated by his teammates. Not surprisingly, he's made more off of passes from Durant than any other teammate, and every single one of his shots has come with no defender within 4 feet. In fact, according to NBA.com's player tracking, over 2/3 of his shots have been wide open, defined as no defender within 6 feet. The Nets certainly still have issues. They are awaiting Kyrie's return from suspension, Ben Simmons is still trying to find his form, and Seth Curry is still working his way back from an injury. And even though Kevin Durant is quietly pumping in over 30 points per game, he's still publicly unsure and unsettled when it comes to evaluating his own team. And yet, amidst all of the noise stands the consistent and reliable Watanabe, and perfecting his role on both ends of the floor and offering much needed stability off the bench. Will he keep shooting like this? Probably not. After all, that would be the single best shooting season in all of NBA history. But if he can maintain some semblance of his early season form, Watanabe's emergence in Brooklyn could evolve from an early season surprise into a critical long-term solution. If you ask me, the Brooklyn Nets have found their diamond in the rough